Hi guys, welcome back to my channel as told by Muriel. Some of you may know I am Muriel and I'm a registered nurse of a little over 1 year. On today's video, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why I feel becoming a registered nurse is worth it. Stay tuned. On today's video, I'm going to give you the reasons why I feel becoming an RN is worth it. For you LPNs out there, I am making this video for you guys, as well as those of you who are looking for a career change and you're considering becoming a registered nurse, but you want to know, is it worth it? Coming from someone who herself has been an LPN for 18 years, when I re-enrolled for school for my RN, I was already 40 years old. And I knew by the time I graduated, I would have been 41 years old. And I thought to myself, is it worth it? You know, I was making good money as an LPN by that time. And I was just, wondering, is it worth it me going back to school to get my RN? And in this video, you're going to find out the reasons why I feel like, yes, it is worth it. Even for those of you who have been licensed practical nurses longer than I have, I was in school with a nurse who was a licensed practical nurse for over 30 years. And yes, we were in class together. Also, for those of you who are changing careers or who are looking to, maybe you've retired out of your career, you did your 25 years, and you're looking for a change, you're looking for something different, you want to try something new, and you're thinking, is becoming a registered nurse worth it? I'm going to give you the reasons why I feel like, yes, it's worth it. I met a woman on a job that I was working who had did 20 years in working in the government, 20 or 25 years, I can't remember. And she decided, hey, she wanted to go back to school and become a nurse. And so she did that, and she graduated at the age of 55. I believe she told me she was 55 when she graduated. And we ended up working side by side on one of my agency jobs. She's also a registered nurse. Okay, so for the first reason I feel like it's worth it to get your RN license is job availability. Now, we all know there is a shortage of nurses. If you didn't know, now you know. There is a shortage of nurses all over the world, not just in the United States. And I've researched different countries, and there is a shortage of nurses in almost every country. One of the reasons that's being given for the shortage is people are leaving the field of nursing. They're entering other fields. There are new businesses opening up, new long-term care facilities, new hospitals, things opening up daily, and there is just not enough staff to staff these facilities. Just a lot of new businesses opening up where nurses are being required to work, and there are not enough nurses to go around. Baby boomers are entering into retirement, and that alone is going to leave such a wide gap of open employment opportunities for nurses, new nurses who have been in the field for a while, or anyone who's, just thinking about, should I go into the healthcare field? Will there be jobs available for me? Yes, there will be. Okay, my number 2 reason for becoming a registered nurse: travel. If you're someone who would like to travel but don't think you can afford to travel, or you feel like you're gonna, you're not able to travel because you have to work. Normally on vacation here in the United States, we get a week or 2 weeks. If you work facilities where they do PTO, you can kind of schedule your time off. But once that PTO time is used, and it doesn't take long to use it up, you have to work to build that time up. And say you're someone like me, for instance, I'm interested in traveling to different countries. And wouldn't it be nice if I could travel to a different country and work and make money, but still experience a new culture in a different country? For instance, I was doing research for nurses in the UK. There is a nursing shortage in the UK, and there are nurses who go over there who are international nurses, which we would be considered, United States nurses would be considered international nurses. In the UK, or any other country. You don't just have to be a nurse from the United States. From other countries, you would be considered an international nurse. There are programs available where you could go and you could work in the UK. You could go and you can live in those countries for a certain period of time, and you can also work. That way you can be making money, you can be working, as well as exploring the different cultures of other countries. I've also been doing some research in Canada as well. In Canada, there's one province where you're allowed to work as an associate degree nurse, but that province is primarily French speaking. But the other provinces, you are allowed to work as a registered nurse if you find a job that will sponsor you to come there. But you will have to be a bachelor's prepared nurse. Also, if you're someone, you don't want to travel out of the country, but you want to travel within the United States. Okay, travel companies, travel agencies, travel nurses is a big, big thing here in the United States. There are nurses who take assignments in California, North Dakota, Florida, anywhere you can imagine on the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest. If you're a registered nurse, the demand is high, and travel companies are out there looking for you to travel to some of the beautiful places in the United States and work. You're getting paid, and you're getting to enjoy a new scenery, enjoy a new culture, because yes, even if you're in the United States, there's a different way of living in the Midwest than there is in, say, New York. There's a different way of living in Florida opposed to living in Arizona. So yes, that's another thing. If you're someone who's interested in travel, becoming a registered nurse is one way that you'll be able to travel, be able to still work, and enjoy life. Okay, and the third reason, y'all know I was going to get to it, economic status. Now, what I will say, as someone who was an LPN for 18 years, I was doing pretty well as an LPN. The highest I grossed was around $55,000, and that was just working. You know, I would pick up overtime here and there. I would do this thing called Baylor shift, where I would work 2 12-hour shifts, and I would get paid for 32. But on top of that, I would pick up an extra shift, which would put me at 44 hours a week. That was one of the ways that I would make, extra money without being just beat down and dragged out tired. Another way is just making little bonuses, picking up extra shifts sometimes. Your company will pay you to pick up an extra shift. If they get in dire needs, even if you're not an agency nurse, your own company that you work for, if they get in dire need for a nurse, they'll sometimes offer you extra money just to come in and work. Say they need someone to work 8 hours, and they'll be like, hey, can you come in and just do this 8-hour shift for me? And you could say, yeah, I'll come and do it, but you have to pay me for a full 12-hour shift. These companies, your company as a staff nurse, they will do it. Trust me, I see it done. My last few years of being an LPN, I was making $27 an hour. That was a good hourly wage. Although there are some LPNs who are making more than that. I know there's an agency here where I live that pays LPNs $30 an hour. Okay, so like I said, I gross around 55,000. That's the highest I gross as an LPN, and that's just working every now and then, picking up an extra shift. I wasn't doing anything extreme like working 60 hours, 70 hours. I was never about that life. Not gonna lie to you, because I have kids at home. I have to be home. So I have kids at home, and my youngest is autistic, so I needed to be home. Okay, so $55,000 a year. I became a registered nurse in February 2019. In the year of 2019, I grossed $79,000. Now, I to this day can't tell you where that money went. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I found my taxes, I was getting kind of scared, because I was like, oh God, am I gonna have to pay back? But I knew I was working, but I didn't know it was going to be that much. So from one year to the next, I increased my gross by $24,000, and that was all due to getting my RN license. My base pay went from $27 to, on average, anywhere from $32 to $35 an hour, depending on where I was working at that time. Because when I got my RN, I didn't immediately go into a hospital. I worked with some agencies, and if you watch one of my last videos, you know how them agencies will send you out those text messages for you to get them bonuses, and I was doing it. So I went from making averaging $50,000 to $55,000 a year as an LPN to my first year as an RN, $79,000. And for 2020, I'm even projected to earn more than that. I know I will hit six figures. You know, God willing, I will hit six figures in 2020. The other two reasons weren't reasons that you might consider getting your RN. I know your economic status will encourage you to push through and receive that RN licensure. I'm just want to tell you guys, I am so proud of every last one of you. The field of nursing is a very rewarding field. So guys, thank you for watching my video. If you like this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, concerns, or anything you want to add, please leave them down below. Also, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified when I upload another video, hit the bell button so you can get notifications every time I upload. Thank you, and hello to all my new subscribers. And once again, I am Muriel. This is As Told by Muriel, and I will catch you on the next video. Goodbye.